Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to make a health bar. See if I can do this as quick as possible. So the first thing you do is create a new game. Yes, a blank game. We're going to call it Health Bar Tutorial. And that is fine for the size. Next thing you'll do is you'll create your scene. I'll call it Scene 1. We'll give it a gradient just so we don't have to come up with a background. So we'll do white at the top and blue at the bottom. We'll make some tiles real quick just to have the actor walk on them. Tile sets. We'll do ground. Create. Choose image. I've already got some images. So if you have your images, go ahead and find them. I'm going to go ahead and use the ones that I got from Pixel. There, created them. Add. Now we'll select them all and we'll make them all squares because we're just going to use that one right there. Alright, now we'll go to the scene. We'll grab our little tile, scroll down, and we'll make the ground. Let's go to physics, gravity. We're going to set horizontal gravity to, excuse me, we're going to actually set vertical gravity to 5, horizontal gravity to 0. Okay, and then we're going to go here to scene. We're in a scene, and we're going to go to scene behaviors, and we are going to add a behavior. Oh, no, we need to make a new behavior. So go to dashboard and go to scene behaviors. This game has no logic. Click here to create one. In design mode, scene behavior. We're going to name it Health Manager. Create, because it's going to manage the health. Okay, then the first thing I'm going to do is add an event. Now, when this scene is created, we want to get a game attribute. I'm going to create a new one, and we're going to call it Total Health. It's a number, and we'll set its initial value to 4. Okay, just because that's how many hits the player can take. 4 hits. Hit OK. All right, and then we'll see it pops up right there. Set total health to 0. So we're gonna, when the game starts, we are gonna set the total health to 4. That's how many hits it takes to kill him. 4 hits. And that's it. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna say every time the game updates, if the getter, if the total health, and we'll do some math, that's not what it is. Yes, it is. If total health is equal to I guess we'll just use this one. Comparison equal. If total health is equal to 4, then we are going to switch to frame 0 of an actor. Now, we need to create an actor to go here. So then we can choose the attribute. So let's create an actor. Attributes. Create an attribute. We're going to create an actor. And that actor is going to be the health bar actor. Okay. Now what this does, when you create one of these, it's nothing right now until you reload it. So if I go to scene 1 right now, where this behavior is going to be added, that we're creating this behavior, then we're going to add it into this scene. I will reload this page, and then all these little things will pop up. So look, health bar actor. It goes right in there. Okay? Now, this is saved. Let's go back to that scene, and we're going to choose a behavior to attach. Oh, there it is, health manager. And there's the health bar actor. It's asking us, who is the health bar actor? Let's choose him, and it takes us to the scene screen. So what you then need to do is create that actor. We have no actors. Let's create one. He is going to be the health bar. Create. And this could be anything, any kind of art that you draw. It could be a bubble that depletes over time. Let's give him an animation. We don't want it to loop, so get rid of loop. We're going to click this, and we're going to choose an image. And my image is right under here, under art, under tiles. No, is it under player? No. Actors? No. Code assets? No. Where is my health bar? Ah, I remember. It's under downloads. Health bar. There it is. And we have 2 columns. And we have 1, 2, 3 rows. 3 rows. And we're going to have an empty one, but that's okay. Because what we're going to do is click it and delete. So now we have our 4 health bars. Don't worry about the animation playing, because all we're doing is switching to frame 0 for health bar actor. So now we have our health bar actor. So we go to the scene again. Now we're going to choose the actor. Oh, we go to the scene again. Then we find our actor right there. Click him, and we're going to put him here, or over here, or over here. This is how you move him. We can put him here. We can put him at the bottom left. We can put him wherever we want, but I'm going to just go there. There he is. Now we go back to Health Manager, Health Bar Actor. We go back to Scene, Behaviors. We still need to pick somebody for this. Let's pick him. Ta-da, there he goes. So now it knows what this in the code is referencing. This actor getter. It's getting this actor. And it's going to change it to frame 0 right here. Now, we're going to hold Alt on Windows, copy that whole thing, drag it down there. If the total health equals 3, then we're going to change to 1 because he just lost a piece of health. We're going to change to frame 1. Hold Alt or Command, I think it is on Mac. we're going to switch to frame 2 if his total health equals 2. Alt, oops, Control Z, get rid of that, Alt, boom, 2, 1, frame 3, if total health is 0, and we are going to do frame 4, dead, empty. Okay. Now we're going to make another actor, and that's going to be the fireball. We can loop our animation. Let's pick our image. I have a fireball image in here somewhere. I remember. Desktop. Pixel Fantasy. Free pixel art. Check out that website. Pixel Fantasy. Projectiles. And there's our fireball. Open. And there it is. Now we'll go to collision and we'll set the collision. The easy way to set the collision is to zoom in and put the mouse right here, and you'll see at the bottom left the X and Y. Put the mouse right here. X is 4. 4. We'll do 7, 6. 7, 6. And then the width, we need to go to here. Well, to right there. X is 24. So we're going to do 24. And then Y is 24. I think we need to get a little bit smaller than that. So let's try 15. That's better. 15. That works. We can move it down a little bit. There we go. And there we go. Physics. Normal physics. We'll have it to where it can rotate, because maybe it'll rotate a little bit. And yes, it's affected by gravity. Properties. Let's edit the groups. We're going to make a new group, and we're going to call it bullets. Misspelled that completely. Again, bullets. Create. Bullets can collide with players and tiles. All right. That's another thing I can go to real quick. Let's set this to bullets. And then let's go back to health bar, and we're going to set it to a doodad. Because doodads, this is a special group whose members are never allowed to collide with anything else. And that's what you want. Since it's going to be in your scene, you don't want a fireball going and exploding when it hits the health bar. So you turn it into a doodad. All right. And then we go to this here, and that's done. Now, with Health Manager, we're going to add another event. And we're going to say, if a collision happens, if a type and another type collide, we're going to do something. So when choose actor type, when a fireball collides with what? A hero. Oh, but we don't have a hero yet. So let's make a hero. Make a hero. Oh, there it goes. All right. And we'll click to add a frame. We'll choose an image. I have a little guy that I got from Pixel Fantasy. Characters. Barbarian. PNG, that one. And we'll hit add. See, now something funny is going to happen here because these images are really big. As you'll see when I do collision, this entire box right here is actually how big the image is. This is how much he collides with. So all we want to do is put that pointer, because it's always going from the top left, put that pointer right there. That's at 27x and 21y. Right here, I was looking at it. 27x, 21y. And then we're going to shrink this down to, we'll say 10 and 10. That's probably too small. Oh yeah, that's way too small. We'll do 20. And we'll do 30. Better. And then we can just move it over a little more on the x-axis. We'll move it to 30. Perfect. Don't worry about the groups. We'll do nothing else for him, I don't think. Oh, he is a player. His physics does not rotate, and yes, he's affected by gravity. Or if you don't want him to be, it doesn't matter, because what we're going to be doing is giving him a behavior. Choose a behavior. Movement. Two-way, left and right. Choose. Left control is left, right control is right. At a speed of 30, I'll leave it 30. Uncheck this. If selected, the animation attributes will be used. For right now, we don't need that. We want to prevent vertical movement, just because right now he's not going to have a jump. He's not going to be able to move up either. So he's just going left and right. Then we'll go ahead and go to the scene. We'll grab him. He's right there. First thing, turn on the grid. Then turn on the magnet snap to grid. So when you click him, he snaps to the grid. Now you see how it's off like this? He fills this entire box. That's what I was saying before. That whole square, his collision is only right here. But this is his whole square, and that's a little annoying. So easy way to fix that, might as well show you. Edit frames. It should install Pencil for you, because that's what it uses. But if it doesn't, you could take it into any kind of editing thing, any kind of editing that has this grid like this that does this for you. Hopefully you can download Pencil. It's easy. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Get lined up. Grab this little selector tool up here. Try and get right on it. Right where you want it. As close as you can. Go to Image and Crop. And there you go. Hit File, Save, or you can just hit Control S, which is what I'm going to do. And it saves it. And now that's how big he is. So if we go back to collision, you're going to see the box is a lot smaller. And it all moved. See that little box around him? That's his actual box. And if we go back to the scene and we try and click him, see how it only highlights that little bit? It used to be huge. So let's get him. We'll delete him from the scene. We're going to have to Control R. Reloads everything. Control R. There he goes. It's reloading. Bring our grid back up. Bring our snap to grid. Actors. Hero. See how he'll move. We'll go. Easier to place things if you do that. That's why I do it. Same thing with the health bar. Pick it. It's just easier. Sorry for the sound effects. I actually kind of want it at the top. Okay. And then what else? Hero. We have to fix this. His collision is way, way off. So let's zoom in. Let's see where that little corner is X00. And then we need this to be a little wider. Looks like 23 wide. But we don't want it to be that wide, so we're going to do 18. And then we're going to move it on the x-axis, like 5. Oh, okay, well, let's shrink that down to 15. You're just going to keep playing with this. Keep playing with this until you get a good collision, because you really want a good collision, because sometimes some of those health bubbles might spawn with the fireballs, like right next to them, and you want a player to be able to grab that health bubble and not get hit. So when a fireball hits, choose the actor type. There he is. When a fireball hits the hero, we are going to game attributes, setters. We are going to set the total health with some math, some subtraction math. Back to our game attribute getters, we're going to set the total health to whatever the total health is at the moment, which right now, when it was created, if it's the beginning of the game, should be 4. Again, this while updating is just changing our image. It's just changing the health bar image. It's all it's doing for the scene. So set total health to the total health, whatever it is, minus 1. Pop that in there. There we go. Set total health to minus 1. And then we can say things like if we need an equal sign, because we're going to say if the total health gets to 0, hold Alt, if the total health equals 0 ever, then we can type it in here, kill. We are going to kill the actor. Right here, you can choose an attribute. Oh, well, is that going to update for me? No, it's not. So then we have to make a normal actor. So what we'll do is we'll go to attributes, we'll create one, we'll create an actor, and his name will be the hero actor. Okay, there he is. Kill him. Now who is that? Let's go back to scene 1, behaviors. Let's see if we reload it. Control R. There he is. Who's the hero actor? The hero actor is this guy. All right. Health manager. So if the total health gets to 0, we're going to kill actor. And then again, we're going to add an event. And we're going to do another collision for the heal bubbles. Type and type. And we don't have our heal bubbles yet. So let's create our actor type. Heal bubble. I thought this would be a fairly quick tutorial, but it looks like this is going to be a long video. Click here to add a frame, choose an image. We go back to my desktop and we go to my first game, my art, no, it's not here. It's at my downloads. It is Heal Bubble. There it is. It's 2 columns, 2 rows. 2 columns, 2 rows. Add. And it's got a little animation. And if you want to slow down that crazy spin, just add another 0. Hit enter, double click, 0, enter, double click, 0, enter, double click, 0, enter. And now the little animation spins a little bit slower, like a bubble does. Properties, it is going to be not a bullet, it's going to be an actor. You don't want to make it a bullet because bullets hurt him. Well, in my game, bullets hurt him, but in this one, I created a type. So, doesn't really matter what the heal bubble is. What is the fireball? It's a bullet. No big deal. You could either use that. You could either use group right here at collisions, group and group, which would mean you would choose a group. So you would choose when a bullet hits another group, a player, then things happen. But we're not going to do that, so I'm just going to hit this button, remove group, yes, yes. Okay, so when a heal bubble hits a hero, go back to here, Alt. Oh, I want the whole thing. Whoops, Control Z. Oh yeah, if I want the whole thing, you just click right there. It should take the whole chunk out. Drag it over here. It'll hold it for a second. I'll pull it up. Put it there. Oh, well, that's not really what I wanted to do. I guess I'll just do each one. All right, easy enough. Just copy it. Exact same. But it's not heal bubble. We do not want to do minus. We want to do plus. We want to add a health. Total health plus 1. And drop that right in there. Total health equals total health plus 1. We don't want to kill the actor either. Oh, well then I guess we don't need this if statement at all. But we do need that. Set total health to total health plus 1. And what's going to happen is in this entire scene behavior, it's keeping track of what total health is. That's why at the beginning you tell it what total health is. Total health is 4. That's the number. Every time it updates, it's going to check what the number is. If total health is 4, do this. If total health is 3, do this. Changes to this picture. And when a fireball hits a hero, we're going to take the total health to whatever the total health is minus 1. And if it ever gets to 0, kill him. But if a heal bubble hits the hero, we're going to set the total health to the total health plus 1. All right, now this is just a quick way for you to test the health bar to make sure your health bar is working. So now we're going to do something on the scene. We're going to create a scene event, something that happens in this scene constantly. After every second, we are going to create an actor type, and we're going to choose that actor type. Let's do a fireball first, and we're going to create it at X and Y. So what we're going to do is we don't want to give it an exact spot of where it needs to be created, like, oh, okay, here's my X and Y stuff down here. I want it to be created right up here and then fall down. So what's that position? It's 139, -8. No, you don't want that. What you want is a random number between here, which is X 14, and way over here, which is X 625, we'll say. So we'll say X 15. We'll say X 15 and X 625. So we'll go to events, and we're going to do here numbers right there, random numbers, a random integer, meaning just a random whole number between 15, this is the x-axis, x is going to equal 15, or what did we say? My goodness, scene 625. And then our y-axis, we simply go back to scene, and then we find out what up here is, because up here is never going to change. It's -20. That's good enough. So that way the image, the little fireball, is hidden up here. So you could bring your fireball to it. You don't want it to spawn right here, because then it's going to be constantly seen. You don't want it spawning at 0. You want it spawning outside of the game. So -20 works. Oh, that's right. Scene events. So -20. Do the front. Front is fine. And then you're going to add an event, another time event, every 5 seconds, we're going to Alt, create a heal bubble at the same space. It's random places, but it's happening every 5 seconds. So for every 5 seconds of fireballs, it's probably better to make that 10 because it makes the person have to dodge things a little more. Okay, and now we're going to test the scene or the whole game. Ooh, been sitting down a long time today. I really wanted to make this a really quick tutorial, but this is obviously a very hard thing to do. And there's not a good one out there. I wanted it to be I wanted to cover everything. I wanted to make sure I showed you from start to finish how to make a health bar. And this will work with people firing bullets at you because all you do is just replace that with the bullet you made. So if an orc is shooting arrows, you replace this with the arrows. That's it. I mean, you obviously don't want to create a random arrow, but it's an actor type. So you would have your goblin every now and then would create an arrow, and you would put force behind the arrow and push it across the screen. He would create one of those from his origin point, from the center of himself or wherever. He would create one, and it would fly across the screen. And once the arrow starts flying, it's its own actor. It's a heal bubble. It's a fireball, basically. It's a fireball, and it flies across the screen. And if the actor collides with it, bad things happen. Here we go. Well, it looks like we forgot to affect the gravity on the health bar. All right, see, health bar. That's why you get a test. Physics. I knew immediately that's what it was. Cannot move. Another way we could have did this was we could have gone to health bar, behaviors, something else I forgot. It's called anchor to screen. There it is, GUI, anchor to screen. Make the actor's position relative to the screen. That's something for if you've got a moving camera. That's what we're doing in my class. But doing this properties here, physics, cannot move. It will never move from that spot in the scene ever. It will not move. Try it again. So yeah, if you have a little guy shooting at you this way, then you just have a fireball coming at you. And it will be the same thing in the events. It will be the same thing in the health manager. Right here. These two things would be the same. You'd set your health, and then you change the image of your health bar. And then you would say, when a fireball hits the hero, take away 1 or take away 10. If it's a boss bomb, if a boss throws bombs at you, takes away 5 damage, which is part of my class. And if your total health ever equals 0, kill the actor, because it's in here, inside that scene, and you do this for each scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. You put that health manager behavior in there. But another thing you have to watch out for is when you put that health manager in there. All right, let's test it. I'll tell you that in a second. So if he gets hit, boop, oh, it killed me. Let's see why it killed me. When created, we set the total health to 4. Every time it updates, it's checking. When a fireball hits a hero, to total health minus 1. And if total health equals 0, kill the actor. Another thing we could do with a fireball, give it a behavior, because it needs to go away. It needs to die on collision with anything. Kills the actor when it collides with something. So as soon as it hits us, it dies. Let's do the same thing for the heal bubble. Die on collision. Boom. All right, now we're going to try and look at the fireball again, the physics of the fireball. We are going to say that it has normal movement. It is affected by gravity, and it can rotate. It is a bullet that has a proper collision. What's the heel bubbles collision? We haven't said it yet. So we're going to say X position 29, Y position 38. We're going to shrink this to 15 by 15. Oh gosh, no. Say 40 by 40. 50 by 50. I have a feeling these health bubbles are going to be really big. Let's move it to the right a little bit. 35. Perfect. That's good. It's got its die on collision. Try it one more time. This was something I could not find much on. And not exactly what I wanted. We wanted a health bar. Sort of like in games like Diablo, where you take a hit and your life goes down. Any kind of dungeon crawler game, you have a health bar, you get hit, it goes down. Or Link, Zelda, you get hit, you lose a little bit of your health thing. You lose a little bit of your health heart. You use a little chunk of it. Same thing. This is the exact same thing. It's just all in the animations in which frame needs to get changed to. So you would draw all 4 hearts here. And then in the next frame, it would be 3 hearts, and the 4th heart would be missing a chunk. And then it'd be 3 hearts, and the 4th heart would be in half. And then 1/4, and then just 3 hearts. So on and so forth. Now I can move, and I am quick. I got hit. And there's my health. Went down. 1 chunk. Let's get hit again. Oh my god, look at that heal bubble. Took 2. It looks like it's going to give me way more health than it will. Okay. Now let's get some health. Oh man, that thing's huge. Poop. Oh, it didn't give me health. What the world? Let's try one more time. Come on, you give me some health. Nope, it is dying, but it's colliding with the ground. So the heal bubble's not working. Heal bubble, what are you doing, heal bubble? Maybe in the health manager. Want a heal bubble? Choose the actor type. Heal bubble. Heal bubble hits a hero. Set total health to total health plus 1. That's all it should be. You know, there are some problems with Stencyl. Sometimes it doesn't update properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game. Unfortunately. Because this is the exact same code I have in my game that I actually finished. I'm going to exit Stencyl. I'm going to load it back up. Another good thing to get to make your sounds in is Audacity. It gives you all the little files you need, and I'll show you that too. Might as well. So if you record something, it gives you files. Oh, wrong one. We want tutorial. Let's test the game. Oh, we gotta load up the scene. Do we? And that's the other thing we gotta do. Might as well just do it real quick. Let's go to actor types. Let's go to heal bubble. Uh-oh. I think it knew I hit test game. Well, I guess we're just gonna have huge heal bubbles. I should have known from here that it was way too big. We're just gonna have to wait. But again, you would take it into here, edit frames, and you would shrink them all down. You would edit each frame and shrink them all down. Or I could have uploaded uploaded it as 4 times, but I uploaded it as 1 times, so it came out huge like this. I'll change that. Take some damage. Boom, boom. Come on, heal bubble. There you are, big guy. And I'm still not getting health. No. No. Every time it updates, it should be checking what the total health is. If it equals 4, it should be full. And this should be adding. And this is obviously subtracting because it's changing it. I think what my problem is here is I should be doing these. Because I think this is what I did in the last one. These have a little bit different coding to them. From my understanding with code, it should not matter. But we're going to give that a try. Let's go fix our heal bubble. Let's go ahead and just delete all these frames. And then we're going to go here and set the scale to tell Stencyl that this is the 4 times size that I'm about to give it. See, now they're small. 2, 2. Now they're little tiny things. I'm not going to change. They can spin really fast for all I care. Now let's to be sure. Let's pick the heal bubble again. It was like a 20-minute tutorial. This thing took me like 3 hours to figure out. I guess it's only fitting that it's a 20-minute tutorial. If this does not work, I will go, since I've shown you most of all of it, I'll go back to my game that I built, where it does work, and it has sound. And then I'll show you sound in Audacity, which is a really good, easy thing to download. Oh, Snapchat. Alright, come on you. Work with me here. There's my damage. Take some more damage. Here comes a little really rapidly fast spinning heal bubble. And it is not colliding with me. It has to be something to do with the collision detection. It has collide detection. Let's set it to an actor. Set it to an actor. And we'll set the hero. He's in the players group. He's already set there. Here bubbles and actor. Let's edit group. Players. Players can collide with actors. That's another thing you must have to do. And actors can collide with players. So that was the problem. Our players weren't colliding with actors. They should collide with bullets and they should collide with tiles. And our actors, meaning our bubble, should collide with players, tiles, and other actors, which would be other bubbles. So I guess we could get rid of that so they don't collide with each other, but they spawn so off that they never will by the time the other one hits the ground. Let's also change the collision. 10. 8. I'm going to do 15. 15. 15. And we'll move it a little bit to the left. Perfect. That works. Health Manager's good. I should be able to collide with it. Test game. Just because it says here, when a heal bubble hits a hero, they have to be able to hit, and that was the problem. Exactly where we were right there. Our groups, our actors couldn't collide with our players could not collide with actors, and the bubble was an actor. So that does still matter. You see, I'm still learning. That's why I want to show you guys, because this junk is hard. It's very confusing, unless you want to sit and read the Stencylpedia all day, which I don't, so I just had to figure it out myself. Didn't seem very hard. I understand coding, I understand if, else, otherwise if. I get all that. So I figured I could figure it out and I would have more fun figuring it out myself. But it would have been nice to just have a tutorial like this. So this should undoubtedly work. Boom, boom. Okay, let's not die. And there comes my health. Whoop, and now I'm back up. Let's get one more health to get back to full health. And then we're going to check if we can kill the actor. And let me show you another problem. There's a heal bubble, something we didn't put in. Well, not to show you, but I can tell you. If I get another heal bubble right now, my health will be set to 5. 5, and then I take, see what happened? Let's see if he dies. He dies. I'm going to show you why that happened. Because right here, every time I get a heal bubble, my health goes to +1, +1, +1. That's why it became that last frame. Because it played through the whole frame of the health bar, and then it got to the last frame, and then it just stayed there because it's not looping. So that doesn't matter though, but here's what needs to happen. So if we're going to say, if the health ever gets above 4, then just set it back to 4. That's what we're kind of telling it. If the health is ever greater than 4, Alt. If the total health is ever greater than 4, then just set the total health setters. Then just set the total health back to 4. So whenever it goes to 5, it's going to go right back to 4. So that way, anytime you do get a heal bubble and you've already got full health, your player is not going to have overkill health, extra health. So that's the entire game. That's all the code right there. Feel free to pause it at any of these. Remember to get your getters. You need total health. And then your attributes, you need health bar actor, hero actor. What that does is it creates these guys here. So you can reference them. Remember to do your physics for whatever you're going to be doing. Remember your groups. Make sure players can collide with actors, so you can make the health an actor. You could also make the health, you don't want to make it a doodad because doodads don't collide with anything else. You can make the health It's better to make an actor, or you can just create a new one. You can say items. Create. What do items collide with? Items collide with actors, or they collide with players, and that's it, because they're just sitting on the ground. So they collide with players, and that's it. But then you got to go to players and see if this was empty. It wouldn't work. You got to say players can collide with items, and there you go. And again, Audacity. When you try and upload a sound, we're going to say heel sound. When you get the heel bubble, it's asking you to import an MP3 and import an OGG. Now, Audacity does this for you. I'm going to show you how. Blah, 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 blah. Stop. Okay, now we're going to say File. We're going to export, not save it. Export it as an MP3. Where do we want to put it? Let's put it on the desktop as test blah. There's our MP3 file. This is just labeling it, the artist name, track title, doesn't matter, just hit OK. And there it is, test blah. And then we go to File, Export again as an OGG. And then we're going to name it the same thing, test blah. OGG is what I like to do. Test blah OGG. Get rid of this. It's going to already say .ogg, but it helps me. I'm putting it to my desktop. Don't worry about that. There it is. There's your two files. Get rid of that. Yes, get rid of it. Now we're going to import an MP3 from the desktop. There's our test blah. That's our MP3. Stencyl loves that. Well, now we're going to import OGG. Stencyl loves that too. And then blah, 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 blah. There's our perfect sound effect. We can attach it to our health manager. So every time when a fireball hits a hero, if that was the fireball sound, we would go to sound and we would say play this sound. Set the health to -1 and play blah, blah, blah. There you go. I think that was pretty much it. Try and download Pencil, download Audacity. All that stuff's going to help, but that is the health manager. Just to show you how it all could look out, we're going to go ahead and close this game. Don't need to save it. We're going to open up our health test. You guys can check out my little one for a second so you can see when it's completely done. It's no different. It's the same. It's just with some sounds that I made in Audacity. I went in Audacity, I hit record, and I said, whew. I just breathed out real heavily. And then I said, bloop. Those were the two sounds I made. And bloop. Or it was more like, bloop. That's actually what I did. And I think the other one was more like, yeah. Then I took it into Audacity, and I changed the pitch, and I changed the speed, and pitch is a big deal, because once you change pitch, it does not sound like someone's voice. And then you'll find that at the top of Audacity, it'll say something like edit. And you just have to click and hold and select the part of the track you want to edit. I'm sure there's plenty of tutorials on Audacity. And there's this little game. See, that's my voice. Let's grab a heel bubble. That's not a downloaded sound. That is me going bloop, and then I change the pitch and speed it up. That is all that I did. Change the pitch and sped it up. And now let's go ahead and die. There we go. Dead. And just to show you on Audacity how that works, I might as well, because I'm such a nice guy. Bloop. Now we're going to pick what we want to get rid of. See how I selected this? Click and drag, click and drag. I guess I got to tell you that. Here's the cut tool. Now we're going to click and drag here. So we got rid of the front and the back. Now we got, see? And then we got to select all that. Doesn't matter where you come from. You can come way over here. Doesn't matter. It's still going to be. So click, highlight it. There's a better way to say it. And you're going to go to effect. Yeah, here's all the effects. I think there's some more up here. Whatever. What you want is to change the pitch. Use the slider. Do not pay attention to any of this. You want to go more into detail, you go ahead. I do this. Hit preview. There it is. You just find where you want it. Put it right in the middle. That's my voice. Go up. Go up. Go up. And then, and there it is. And then we do effect, and we can do things like bass and treble, change pitch, echo. Let's do delay seconds. Let's just play with it. 4. No, that's not really anything. Maybe this. Decay factor, 2. I'm not hearing it. Don't really know what that is. But I do know what speed does. And I do know what pitch does, which is most of what it is. And then again, you would file, export MP3 or WAV. It takes both of them. And then your OGG also. Make sure you always keep them together. And that's it. Save project now. I've already got those sounds. Take that, throw in a motorcycle bin. I like to keep things neat. Empty motorcycle bin. Let's get rid of that too. Motorcycle bin. Yes. And later.